gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Paranormal Bus Stop, where we talk about all things paranormal in a round table format, featuring Ashley Storm, Cynthia Gerolius, Shay Carroll, and myself, Darren Buss. Welcome to the show. Let's have some fun. Hey everybody, welcome to Season 2 of Paranormal Buzz Radio of the Paranormal Bus Stop. How is everybody doing tonight? We have Cynthia Gerolius, Ashley Storm, and Shay Carroll. How you doing, guys?
Good, how you doing?
Doing excellent.
Eh.
I'm
excited to be with you guys, though I missed your faces so much.
She misses the faces that she imagines when she's talking to us, not the ones she sees on Skype.
No,
right,
not the on Skype. Definitely those ones.
Missed you guys.
It's been an awful long time for Season 2 to start, but this is going to be a typical where seasons will start for us here. So, in tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about witchy shit. So,
one of my favorite subjects.
Yep. Get you guys' headsets on and be ready for a ride tonight, because it's going to be fun.
Yeah, grab a drink. You might need it.
Oh, yeah.
Or
one or two.
Might.
So, if you are new here to Paranormal Buzz Radio and also to the Paranormal Bus Stop, we welcome you, and
we're also
hopefully
sorry.
you can have fun and enjoy the show. Get to know the hosts on the show.
Snort number one.
Yes,
sorry, Darren.
And meet some new friends on here. So, enjoy the chat room, guys.
We need a clicker to keep track of how often Ashley snorts.
Snort tracker.
I have some wonderful news to share. Well, technically, I don't hold the record anymore. The last person that was on beat me because she just said "fuck" like 20 times in a row. But I was just on that Murray Miley telethon thing for Potographs for Pooches that Tim Miley does.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was like the fourth or fifth person on. But up until that point, nobody had dropped the F-bomb or like cursed at all. And then they were like, well, why do you want to do this? I'm like, because we're helping fucking animals. I mean, what else is better than that? And they were like, oh, the first F-bomb of the night. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. And then apparently I broke a record because within the 10-minute stretch that I had, I said it 5 times.
Nice.
Yeah, but you know how me, I don't like mean it. And every time I catch myself, I'm like, oh. I didn't mean to, but I broke the fuck record on a marathon. Pretty proud of myself.
Well, we're getting to the record on this one.
Yeah, because every person that came on after me was like, so how are you guys fucking doing tonight? And like led with an opening fuck to try and beat the record. But
I said fuck so much on the Raven Rose episodes. Not mine, theirs. That when I would go into chat, they would just see my picture and they would say, hi, fuck. How you doing, fuck? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. It would be like a whole line. And I'm like, oh, that's when I knew I swore too much.
Roland used to make it his mission to get Shay to say it first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was. Yep. And then you get mad at me because I said it first and wasn't thinking.
Touche.
Yeah.
Did you say touche?
No, I said touche, dear. Touche.
Touche. That could have many meanings.
And Tim Malley is my neighbor, by the way.
Is he really?
Well, across the town.
Oh. He lives in the same state as me, so I'm going to call him my neighbor.
Yeah. Well, same state? No, he lives in the same city. Just on the other side of the city.
Sure he does, Darren. Sure he does.
That's okay. I'm just across the state from Ashley right now, so bleh.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, so you're in Texas and you didn't bother to tell me?
Ma'am?
First of all, don't you pull out that country accent on me. That don't work on me. I'm not from Texas. Okay, I'm from New Orleans. I'll beat a bitch. The fuck?
Promise?
Oh, yes.
Anyway, Darren.
All right, let's get started with
Darren,
tonight's show.
Oh, we need to get Darren to gavel. When we get out of line, he needs to hit the gavel.
Yep.
Okay, I can do
All right.
that.
All right, we're in. Here we go. All right.
Question number 1. This goes to Cynthia. Start off the night.
Oh, Lord.
So, how do you become a witch? What does it take to be a witch?
What does it take to be a witch?
Yeah, how can you become a witch? Is there online courses? Is there, because of COVID, can you be one on...
And breathing? I mean, that's what it would take to be a witch. I mean, how does one become a witch?
Yes.
It's the same way one becomes a Christian or a Buddhist or whatever. I mean, it's your belief system, it's research, it's practice, it's all of that put together.
Okay. What is your take on it, Ashley?
Same. It's just all about your intent, and we talked about it. I mean, I know this will be part of it too. The different types of witches. It's not just one thing. When you think of witchcraft, it's not just one cauldron type thing. I agree with her. It's about curiosity, intent, and how much you want to actually spend on being a witch. A lot of it's tools.
Yep, tools, toys, crystals,
Same thing as being a paranormal investigator. You gotta have money. Well, you don't have to have money, but you gotta make sure that you got a little extra cut out to do it properly.
To do what you want to do, yep.
Yeah.
Right. Shay?
I'm not a witch.
Your
I have
thoughts?
no idea. That's the honest answer. I mean, I could be funny, but that's the honest answer.
No.
Okay. Says the lady that just started reading tarot cards.
I haven't yet.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I had to reschedule the show. It's now March 4th.
Okay.
And they're in honor of Roland. They're the unicorn killer.
Ow! Yes.
Yes.
So I have an interjection on that. Cynthia, you said, well, you're reading tarot cards. So to you, to someone who uses any type of tarot or oracle or any type of reading decks, to you, does that signify that they're into some type of witchcraft because of the abilities that you have to use when doing it?
Does it mean they're a full-fledged witch? No.
No. Does it mean that you, do you categorize that as some type of witchcraft, though?
I think you have to have a little touch of witchy in you to be able to do divination and things like that as well.
Okay.
For the record, I'm not saying I can. I'm just going to pull cards and be funny as fuck.
Hey, it works for me. And you know what? When you concentrate on those cards and you pull those cards, that inner intuition that you've got is going to guide you to those cards. So
I am going to take it seriously, but I am going to be funny. I can't help it. I'm fucking hilarious. We all know it.
You're Shay. Come on.
So, all right.
I will never start tarot cards ever.
Well, I got them right here. I'm telling you.
I gotta be able to read the cards. Come on.
Oh my god, hold up. I just had the best fucking idea. So, first of all, trademarking this shit. You know those giant Valentine's Day cards that you can get?
Big tarot cards for
so
Jared?
yeah, I'm gonna make you a deck of tarot cards that are that fucking big.
Oh, yeah. Well, how about the ones from Price is Right? Are those big ones from Price is Right?
Yeah, they're going to be bigger.
It's a Kickstarter project, Ashley. We need to do it.
There we go.
I don't understand why we have listeners, but this is fun.
Hey, Matt's laughing. That's what counts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant by listeners?
I meant Mama, Deb, and Matt.
Your mom and Matt.
All right, now, all serious here.
All right. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Question number 2. Are all witches bad? Are they all
Come
tormented?
on.
Are there any good witches out there?
I know the answer to that one. No.
Define bad.
Well,
Like bad as in awesome?
do
Yes.
spirits on you or spells on you and make you turn into a frog and whatever or whatnot? Shay, you go first on this one. What are your thoughts?
That's hilarious. No. It's just like, are all Catholics bad? Are all Buddhists bad?
Yes. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that depends on the person. They could be two-faced.
I'm crying. Yeah, exactly. Same with a witch. It depends on them. I'm literally crying.
It's all about your intent, man. Like,
Yes.
I know some people who use witchcraft, some really nasty shit, like absolutely horrible things, and they're very powerful. But it's because of the source that they're drawing their power from, and that power's only going to get you so far because
Hey,
that
karma, don't
darkness
forget it. It will come
overcomes
back.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, see what I...
It always comes back. No matter what you believe in, the threefold rule always applies.
What you trying to show us here, Shay? She's holding up something here.
Oh, she's holding up a voodoo doll.
Oh, no. Hell no. No voodoo dolls but this guy.
So in other words, to answer your question, Darren, no, we don't all bounce around like Mad Madam Mim.
I mean, you do, but...
It has nothing to do with being a witch.
No, that's just crazy.
I have not perfected the purple dragon yet, though.
That's some type of new drug on the streets.
Yeah, what is that?
You're protecting the purple dragon.
That's my secret.
Is that like
Does it come with the
chasing
magic
dragon?
carpet ride then, too?
We'll discuss that afterwards.
All right. I have so many ideas that I can't say because we're live on air.
Right?
Oh, poor Ashley. Ashley's like, get me off the show.
It's so bad. Every time I laugh, it like makes a worse shooting pain through the side of my face.
All right.
All right.
So no, Darren, all witches are not bad.
Okay. Just got to clarify because you never know who thinks. There are a lot of people out there that think that witches are all bad.
Yeah. There are.
And
there really are.
And that's why I have to make the clarification that they're not all bad. You know, I was
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you're not talking to a spirit, you're talking to a devil. I'm like, your Aunt Jenny said you're being a dick. Tone it down real quick, okay?
I mean, to me, most churchgoers feel that witches are all bad and evil. So that's why I brought it up. So
yeah.
So everybody, Shake Charles got to take a break. But anyways, so the next question we have, we'll move forward, is I gotta find the damn question I was looking for.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so how many different kinds of witches are there? I mean, just elaborate. I mean, be honest. How many different kinds there are? I mean, there's 4 or 5, 3.
Oh, there's probably more than you can count on both hands.
Okay.
You have different types of people that use different types of paths to accomplish their goals. You have hedge witches, you have kitchen witches, you have green witches, you have chaos witches, you have
ceremonial,
water witches. Yep. Dianic. You have Gardnerian. You have the
they even have tech witches now.
What are the ones that Crowley, Aleister Crowley? My brain's not working. Telemic, I think.
That's Dilemma.
Yeah, you've got the Strega. You've got all kinds, which is Italian. You've got the brujos, the brujas, which is your Hispanic. I mean, there's all kinds.
There's also solitary witches that don't use any form of covens or group work to do it.
Yeah, that would be me.
And then there's chaos witches, which we discussed this the last time, is basically us because we use a little bit of everything that's pulling from all different belief sects instead of just going towards one. And I believe there's a list that has like 46 different types actually put out on it. But when you delve further into it, it's over hundreds.
Give me a sec.
And we got a timer on this show, folks.
No, you don't have a timer. You had a cell phone. That would have been a cell phone, not a timer. Okay, I'm back.
All right. Well, you guys, I think you answered that pretty well. We can move on to the next question here. So I skipped a question because I think it's just not relevant to it. So what religion do witches usually use and that's most commonly used?
Paganism.
That's the most common one?
There's a sect of paganism that is Wicca. But if you go through paganism, not all Wiccans are pagan and not all pagans are Wiccan.
Yes.
Okay.
Wicca is just a part of paganism. Paganism is an umbrella term that is used to cover several different things because you have the Norse belief, you have the Wicca, you have Druidry, you have heathens, you have all kinds of different things.
A lot of different cultures have a version of their pagan gods rather than the Christian gods. So that it really just depends culturally upon where you're practicing, honestly.
Yep.
Does any of these witches delve into like devil worship or anything like that too? I mean, is there a small part of it that they delve into or not really?
Okay. So for me, and this is my opinion, and Ashley may have a different form of the opinion, but to me, Satan, the devil, all of that stuff is a Christian belief. You know, yes, we have our negative spirits. Yes, we have our negative, our darker gods, there are, but as for like demons and Satan and, things like that, that's a Christian thing. That was brought into Christianity from Satan, which is shaitan, which is Arabic for, like, what is it, mischievous spirit or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's all. As for yes, there are people that practice black magic. Yes, there are people that take the left-hand path.
And that do, and you have to understand, like, satanic worshiping is like a completely different thing than witchcraft, really, because, it's not completely different, because they do use rituals and sigils and things like that, but again, I believe it's really all about the intent. Like, it's not really that they're trying to do magic per se, but that's really just for summoning. Satanic worship, like satanic practice, is usually just trying to either make a deal or call something forth to do your bidding, almost. And it's completely different than the intent behind witchcraft.
Yep, and there's a lot of in Satanism and in the Luciferianism. They believe in free will.
Excuse me.
They believe that you do what makes you feel good. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, you do what makes you feel good. Everybody thinks that they're just out there doing orgies and they're out there doing this and that and the other to hurt somebody. No. Their practice, a lot of it is, do what you will, just don't hurt anybody else in the process. Mm-hmm. Their beliefs are a lot more open and a lot more, free will type beliefs than, and like Ashley said, they have the rituals, they have the sigils, they have everything else like that, which brings in the witchcraft aspect of it. But
okay.
So,
well, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's more for our viewers that don't understand witches and need to understand it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so the next question is, so how did spells really originate, and how did it actually really get going to making spells and having spell books and stuff like that? I mean, is it really that easy to make spells, or is it really you have to devote a lot of time to make the spells and even make them work? And this goes to Cynthia, by the way.
I was going to say, go ahead, Ash.
I don't fucking know. Somebody was like, we need to keep track of it, or somebody was like, that was the first form of rapping, really? We gotta drop mad rhymes, yo. And make sure your shit rap so it works. Like, I don't know.
Well, that and the first types of spells and stuff were actually herbal remedies. Mm-hmm. When you read a spell and you read Eye of Newt and Tongue of Dog and all of that, those are actual code names for herbs and plants.
Yeah.
Okay. So then would that make sense for early medicine men back in the olden days, where they'd make the herbs and all that stuff for the medicines? Would that be considered?
Yes. Back in older times, medicine people were considered witches. Healing women in villages and things were considered witches because they had the knowledge of the herbs, the nature, the needs that people had. They had that knowledge on how to help them and how to heal them, and people didn't know exactly how it worked. So it's magic.
Right. And this actually ties into the next question as to spells and stuff is, do witches like to evolve and make new potions and explore more different options versus what has been given to them beforehand?
Of course.
Ashley.
Yeah. I think for the most part, when it comes to things like candle lighting ceremonies or sessions that we have, or cleansing and grounding and protecting things, it's always going to be the same because it's tried and true. You know what I'm saying? You never fuck with it unless you're like adding something to amplify the protection or the energy from the spell that you're doing. But otherwise, it would be more like kitchen witches, people who are more like even alchemy, like more bound to the elemental part of it than the magical part of it, are the ones who are going to experiment and add things over time and try and like finagle with those original recipes, if you will, of spells, and try and amplify them or make them a little bit more efficient in some ways.
Agreed.
All right, so I have a question, if I can interrupt, Darren.
Fire away.
So, do you think a lot of religions do this, but do you think witchcraft took a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of intent, and a lot of bit of knowledge, and that's where it comes from?
Absolutely. Especially with the modern day paganism that you have, that's definitely the pulling of all different types of ceremonial practices from all different cultures around the world and tying them into one belief and practice set.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, with the neo-pagan stuff that they have, which is the newer version of paganism, and they have the neo-Wiccan and things like that, which is a newer version of it. I mean, there's constantly something that's evolving, and there's constantly things being pulled from different genres and different cultures and different religions, because if you look at it, witchcraft and paganism pull from Christianity. And Buddhism. Yep, absolutely. Christianity and Buddhism and everything, because you have your Zen, your meditation. You've got the Christianity, which is
praying
the prayer.
Is a form of it.
Yep, prayer and the saints. The saints can represent, in voodoo, the saints actually represent different law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
And the Bible, they believe that it happened between 931 BC and 721 BC. But there's a whole section in there where it's a story of King Saul, where he sought the Witch of Endor to help him summon the dead prophet Samuel's spirit to help them in the battles. It's been prevalent in not just Catholicism and Christianity, but when you go into other religions, you can also see the presence of magical beings or witches in their studies. So it's very interesting. It's like aliens. They go so far back. You know what I'm saying? There's always been accounts of people having those types of abilities of
way back.
Natural healing. Yeah. So it's interesting because I want to know where the first one came from. You know what I'm saying? But you can never really pinpoint that.
But that's me. That's me in general. I want to know where the first witch came from, the first UFO sighting came from, but then again, I also, the first Catholic, but then again, people want to say they know where it came from, but they don't understand it came from Jews, and it was, the more I learn, isn't it, do you guys agree it's kind of all the same thing? Just different branches.
Yep.
We've talked about this a lot on my show, actually, about the theology of it all, is that when you look at it's insane that people fight over religion, because when you look at the main
root of it,
main points of every single one of them, it's the same basic principles. Yeah. But it's just skewed slightly to each cultural aspect. It's just different culturally.
Yep.
It's no different in just being just be kind and be a shithead and don't murder people. That's basically all we need to do.
And don't sleep with your neighbor's wife.
Yeah, or anybody's wife. I mean.
Yep.
We're turning it funny, but the sentiment is there. Seriously.
Yep, it is.
If you really look at what they are saying, pretty much, they have a different way of doing it. But all religions come back to this basis of be a good fucking person.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody listens. There's so many religions telling y'all just, hey, chill the fuck out real quick. But everybody's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Sorry, Darren.
Said. Very well said. No, that's fine. You're allowed to speak. You're allowed to have questions.
Thank you, Darren.
We would shut up if we weren't allowed.
So before we move on, does anybody have questions in the chat?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
Okay.
Yes, my mother's from pretty much Salem, Mass. Yeah.
I am
I know
so
I understand the
jealous.
question.
I want to make a pilgrimage to Salem.
Yes.
Have not
I
been there.
passed right by it, and I was never there until 3-4 years ago. I never even bothered. I was so
I
close.
so badly want to go.
It's like that beach that you're so close to it, everybody comes to see, and you're just like, I can do it anytime.
Hey, Ashley, girls trip.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, you guys come to Salem, Mass. You better let me know up front because I'm less than 2 hours away.
Oh, you know we will.
Yeah. So.
Who do you think we're staying with?
Oh, I have rooms. All my kids are gone. Kate's in England. Dev moved out. The other two have been gone for a year. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just me and my mother. And the bald dog and the blind cat.
Not in that way, you know what I'm saying, but me and her could be bunk mates or some shit. More room for activities. We'll get bunk beds then.
I have so many comments to that. I'm not.
All I know is Shay wants to see me on a bunk bed with her mama now.
What? Wait, repeat that. I missed it.
No, we each in our own bunks, motherfucker. Oh. Don't be crazy.
No, I'll be cuddled up next to you. I'm gonna be Big Spoon.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, wait a minute. How does silverware fit into this?
Big spoon, little spoon. That is a thing, right? I'm not crazy? Somebody help me?
No.
Be careful.
Yes, it's the thing.
Spooning leads to forking.
Well, I can guarantee you and I will not be forking. Oh, who snorted? That must have been Darren thinking of girls. No. It was Darren.
Need our clicker.
Yeah. All right, I'll be mute again. I'm sorry. I'll behave.
All right, so the next question we have on hand. So, how different are witches back in the day to 20 years ago to the modern day witch today? Cynthia.
Their fashion, like Ashley said, yes, I so agree. Oh my God. Back in the day, they had the best stuff. The best stuff. And the neatest outfits. And today we have to fight to find them. No, but, back then they wrote everything down. Now you've got phones, you've got the internet, you've got computers, you've got tablets, you've got, so they're not writing as much down as they are doing it digitally. Back then, they weren't as open as open as we are now, even though right now we are still not that far advanced because there's still those out there that want to put us on a stake and burn us. But, especially if you watch TikTok lately, but, they were definitely not as open back then as we are now, and it was not as widely accepted as it is now. We learn to evolve with technology,
Mm-hmm.
But
what?
Is it really? I had a whole train of thought, but I forgot it. But is it really people, do you think?
Now you're starting to smell like me.
Yeah, right? Brain fart. That want to burn witches at the stake? Do you think we're more evolved than that? Besides the
they
small...
probably want to hang us and inject us
Yeah,
and stuff
besides
instead.
that small amount. But it's not like Salem witch trials.
No. And no, we are not to Salem witch trial level. But... it is still not as widely accepted as we'd like it to be.
Neither is paranormal.
Because exactly, it ties into that because even with it's the same thing because they all think that we're Satan worshipers,
right?
But the problem with it is that society itself, in general, has that herd mentality of once one person says this is the way things are, 99.9% of the rest of the world believes it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't consider myself a witch, but this is why, continuously, and I'll do more of these, is to prove it's the same as us joking and harping on Catholics or Protestants or those are the only ones I could think of because I am, I'm in that boat.
No, it's all good, and I totally get it. And it is that way. You have the militant fundamentalist sect of every single religion and culture out there.
Yeah.
And no matter what, the fundamentalist Christians are going to hate on the pagans. The fundamentalist pagans are going to just totally bash the Christians, and then you add in everyone in there except for Buddhists. Buddhists think they're, they think they're neutral.
Do we ever think people will ever stop hating people for religion, color, race, sex? I mean, who you love? Like, why are we? This is 2020. What year is it? 22. I'm still stuck in 2020. Sorry, but why is there not more acceptance? And let's keep it to witches. Let's keep it to witches. But
okay,
yeah, because we could get really. I shouldn't have said
technology because for anything, it's easier to gain access to hate someone and to spread negativity and harmful thoughts and towards people behind a keyboard, never having to meet anyone face to face to sit there and demean them. It's technology.
Is it just more? Is it more seen because of technology? People have always felt this way.
Yeah,
it is. It's brought out to the forefront more.
I think
with technology. And the other issue with it is it's human nature, it seems, to have everyone think I'm right, you're wrong.
Or hate what you're afraid of or don't know.
Exactly.
Anything that's different. Yeah, anything that you do not know. And do not take the time to learn anything else because then that's going... If you are so... You are so embedded in your religion and your stance, but you're afraid to learn about anything else, that shows how insignificant your religion or your belief really is to you. You think something as simple as learning about somebody else's culture is going to somehow make you less of a Christian or somehow make you less of a Catholic.
It's not your religion, it's your belief. Where you stand. When most religions, I'm not talking about the pastor or the priest, most religions speak about understanding. And if that's true, then you understand other people. But it depends on who's leading you and where you...
But that's the thing, though, is that Catholics, and I can say this because I grew up Catholic, are the most judgmental people I've ever met in my life, and it's crazy because it's like, remember how the whole, forgiveness thing and how you're not, nobody is supposed to judge except God, but everybody's a judgmental motherfucker. Anyone who, is
holier
in religion...
than thou.
Exactly.
And I am Catholic. I am Catholic. Full-blooded Catholic, so I can say that. There's,
I love how we're saying beforehand, we're Catholics, we can say this shit. Don't put me sideways.
Y'all can.
I haven't got a bomb threat in a long time, and I don't want another.
My knees are so bad from being Catholic. Like, all them up and downs, like my knees creaky, and I'm only 32 years old.
Oh, Darren's taking control. Hold on.
I'm Lutheran, and that's very, very judgmental on everybody. I mean, a lot of the churches, I mean, if you are
anything else but
one of the
their
marriages and
religion.
same sex like that, they will not allow you in that church.
Yeah.
Or you have even won't even allow kids, and and as the service is going on, they have to be in the back somewhere else because they just want the adults only in the chapel. So I've ran a couple of those things like that.
It's just like that for me too. I mean, I was raised Methodist, but what I think it is a lot of also as well is a lot of nature versus nurture. You know, if you're raised having it consistently drilled into your head that anyone who believes different than you do is wrong, you know, you're gonna and eventually pick up on that, and you're gonna and eventually have that ingrained so far into your psyche and into your mind that that's where you're gonna be.
I think what we're thankfully seeing more of now, though, and I say this coming from living in a very racist place as a young child, like everyone thought I was half black because like they didn't know of anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like to them, there was only black and white people. Like there was no Hispanic Islander. Like there was nothing else in between. You're either the N-word to them or you're white. And people always thought I was half black because of my hair and my color. And so growing up in a place like that, I saw a lot of my friends that grew up with family members, their parents, you know, directly, like just not even one generation removed from the racism, from the hatred, from the we don't talk to dark and colored people, you know, from that mentality to it being so prevalent in their lives. But we've shifted so much as a nation that they use that racism that they see in their family members and go in the complete opposite direction. And then instead our voices for people who are affected by racism or classism and things like that they've experienced with their families. So I love that we see that a lot in these newer generations that are coming up because we see it for what it is, that fighting over race is so fucking ridiculous. And the fact that we're still doing it in 2022, you know, that we were still doing it in 1980, that we were still doing it in the mid 2000s in certain parts of Mississippi and Alabama, you know, that we were doing it 200 years ago. It's ridiculous. And so I really think that cycle is changing with our younger generations. And I'm so thankful for that because I hate to say it, but once all the racist people die, I'm hoping we can kind of bring in a new breed of acceptance and tolerance. You know?
Agreed. Did his mic die?
I don't know. He keeps cutting out.
Be more of a kind of a mild world. It's such a hypocritical and self-attacking world.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, agreed.
I always say, think about how much better the world would be.
Maybe my mic does cut off every once in a while, but I try not to. So on the next question here is, so what that?
You're going to have to repeat yourself again. You're cutting out again.
I did not catch that.
Can you hear me?
Barely.
That's okay.
Yep.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you now.
That's better.
Yeah.
Something must have.
It's a ghost.
Yep. They don't want.
Is he cutting out again? He freaking cut out again.
Oh shit.
Yep. Yeah, he's lagging.
Hold on a sec. I'll
No.
Okay. So.
Then I don't know what it is. It's my goddamn laptop.
God.
Worse.
Horrible.
Wait,
hold on. Are we going in You Come Witch, Bad?
Yeah,
are we doing an order?
That's what I'm looking
at.
So, there. I'm going to go with this next one while he's getting his shit together.
Hold on.
Okay.
When was the first spell cast and what was it called? It was Avada Kedavra and it was in Harry Potter. Shit.
No, it was abracadabra. Get it right.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
I would love to do that, but I can't because I'm not a Harry Potter person. Okay, so I think where we're at right now is, yep. Okay, so we are to the, what is the significance of the Salem witch trials and how does that impact witches moving forward? So go for it.
Yeah. So.
What was the question? I was looking at Harry Potter spells.
Okay, so we are at, what is the significance of this?
So what influenced you guys to become a witch?
Okay, what influenced us to become a witch?
Yep, okay. That's what he said.
So, I have always had this just like kind of unhealthy, wild obsession with magic, and not like parlor magic, you know?
Yeah.
But actual genuine magic. And when I was probably like 9
Anyone
or 10.
Hear me?
Yes, we hear you, Darren.
9 or 10, when the first Harry Potter book came out, and I was like, I would give my entire life for this world to be real. And so for a good stretch of my teen years, I literally prayed every night that I would finally get like a letter to somewhere like Hogwarts to be like, I know the magic's real. They're just going to finally take me away from here one day. Or that show Witches, like the British show Witches, where they have it's just like an all-girls school for witches. Or like when Tim Curry used to do it, the old like version of it, you know? Always like believed in stuff like that. Like I always really truly believed in the magic side of everything. And
okay, good. I wasn't quite sure.
Getting older, well, not getting older, but when I was younger, I realized like I could manipulate things really weird, like electricity and fire and things like that. Like I could actually, if I sat there and focused, or sometimes inadvertently, like depending on my mood, would kind of like manipulate the things around me. So as I got older, I kind of tried to learn more about what that was, and then got into the witchcraft part of it. But I only do things for healing, and like that's it. It's only ever to help other people, but never like for monetary gain for them. You know, the big no-nos. But it's only ever to help people. I don't ever use any of it on myself or for personal gain, which you never should. But
right,
I'm very I'm just a healer. I use it to heal mostly. More than anything, I use it to heal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was more of a curiosity. It was more of a being disenfranchised with Christianity and with that organized religion, and wanting to be able to think for myself and have my own beliefs and you know, go that route. I also love being able to help people. I love being able to get people through situations where if I can give them a crystal for something,
I need to be healed.
It changes their life. Yeah, you need to catch up, Darren. You're lagging. But but yeah, no, it's just more like Ashley said, you know, I wanted to help people. I wanted to be able to be that person that a person could come to saying, hey, you know, I've got this going on. Can you help me? So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
All right, so we have like less than 10 minutes left, Darren. Hit us. Hit us hard. We like it.
Fuck yeah. He's lagging again. Oh my god.
Talking, but we can't hear him.
That's on his side, not ours.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I heard okay.
Wait, he's
Well,
got
am I in tune here? Am I still lagging? I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Can you all hear me good
might
enough yet?
still be lagging.
Oh.
Okay,
Right.
can you hear us?
Yeah, he's
Okay,
lagging.
hold on.
Okay. So
He can hear us. He's just
He's really lagging.
we've got a
Hold on,
delay.
so
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
that could have been to the first time. Darren,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Nod.
Yep, I got a bad delay.
Yeah, he does. All right. So on that note, let's I think we need to have a part
Yes, I
2
can
of
hear you.
this.
Yep, definitely.
All right.
Definitely need a part 2.
Yeah. So, Cynthia, if people want to find you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook under Raven Rose Paranormal, Instagram at Rave Rose Paranormal, on TikTok at Raven Rose Paranormal 1, I believe, or Raven Rose 1. I'll have to go relook it up. Twitter is at Mystic Rose, or Paranormal Rose, sorry. We do not have a general website up yet, so we are still working on that after I don't know how many years. But you can find us at several of the Paranormal and Psychic Expos here in Iowa.
All right. Ashley.
You can find me on RU Media Network for Storming the Unknown podcast. I was going to come back in February, but we got so busy with the asylum that I pushed it back till March. But the first part of the new season is going to focus mainly on aliens because, I do a little bit of everything. But we're going to have more MUFON members and ufologists coming on. Pretty excited about that. In March, you guys can come out and see me at the Tyler Vinyl Theater. That's actually going to be just a record expo that I'm doing in Tyler because I like doing music stuff too. So that's going to be fun. I have in April 22nd and 23rd, I have Tyler Paracon, which is in Tyler, Texas. Going to be a guest speaker at that one. And then May 6th and 7th, I have Kilgore Geekin, which is like an anime con, a paranormal conference, and a Comic-Con all rolled into one. And I'm going to be the main panelist for the paranormal panel. And then I will be leading the VIP ghost hunts afterwards. And we're doing a bunch of amazing locations. So that is in May, and that's in Kilgore. And that's about 20 minutes away from Tyler. So if you're in the area, you can find all of the ticket info on both of those Facebook pages. Tyler Paranormal Conference and Kilgore Geekend. And then I have the episode with Deathwalker with Nick Groff for the Broken Bow Asylum should be dropping pretty soon in the U.S.
Yes.
So look out for that. And if you want to book, go to the Broken Bow website, the Facebook page. I only have 7 weekends left for the rest of the year.
Damn,
awesome.
woman.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So mine...
You're busy.
Yeah.
Very busy. So mine's pretty simple. Paranormal Buzz Radio on everything. Also, either Shay or Shay's Paranormal, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff. I don't do much on TikTok. I'm just learning it. But I also just restarted yet again the new page, Shay's Paranormal Chat. So, give me a sympathy like, please. I would appreciate it because,
Show her the love. Show her the love.
Show me the love, please, because this is the 3rd time I've tried starting a new page and they keep getting taken from me. Yep. Facebook, Mark, Cut it out. Anyways, so yeah, and
I keep getting banned from Facebook.
I know. I haven't been in jail in a while, so it's coming. But we also have
they don't
a website.
Understand.
I do understand. That was me a year ago, all the time. I'm never on my personal page anymore. Never. That's why. Because I was going to jail every other day.
Yes, the first time I went was because I said I'll cut you, which you guys know is like a term of endearment to me.
Yeah.
I put a laughing face afterwards, like I was clearly fucking joking. Then the second time was actually because Cynthia said she was coming to Texas, and I said, oh my God, I'm going to come kidnap you and we'll go up there. Yeah. And then I got tagged for that shit. And then I didn't realize how much I threatened to kidnap people, because then it happened again when we were actually on the telethon for the Murray Miley thing. Deb was one of the guest speakers, and I was like, oh my God, I love her. I want to kidnap her, but in a fun way. I even said in a fucking fun way, and these bastards still banned me for 2 fucking days. I was like, I put a laughing face and everything. You need to take into context this shit. Yeah. So tired of it.
Oh, I get you.
Poor Ashley.
I stopped. That's why I stopped. If people are wondering, where'd Shay go? Number 1, she's getting ready for surgery. Number 2, she doesn't want to go to jail because she can't.
Facebook jail.
Yeah, you can't run 8 pages if you're in Facebook jail.
Nope.
So, but Darren, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Where can people find you? Quick, before we lose you.
All right, you can find me on the MGS Paranormal YouTube channel. Also, MGS Paranormal on Facebook. So, if you want to have some fun and some good laughs, go watch the YouTube channel. And you'll catch me here on Paranormal Buzz Radio for Paranormal Bus Stop.
Cynthia, can you translate?
I put it in the chat. MSG Paranormal channel on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes, you can find him on MGS, Midwest Ghost Seekers, Paranormal, on Facebook and Instagram. I believe he is under MGS Paranormal on TikTok, Twitter. I am not 100% sure. But yeah, you can find him on all those pages. You can also see him on Friday nights with me every other Friday night when we get going again, on the Raven Rose page for Freaky Squeaky Friday shows.
Yay! So, and we will be back. I'm counting. Takes a long time, guys. I'm counting to 3. We will be back in
everybody.
The 3rd Monday of next month. What? That doesn't help with the counting.
Can't hear shit.
Yeah. Darren's just kicking us off now.
Yeah. All right, guys. All right. So, thank you very much. He cannot. All right. We'll give him 10 seconds to hear. Darren, do your outro, and then be quiet.
All right, everybody. I thank you for tuning in tonight to tonight's show with me super lagging and all this shit. So, y'all have a night. I bid you adieu, and good night, everybody.